Narito ang official new-look complete lineup ng Meralco Bolts para sa 2025 FIBA Champions League Asia at Pba 49th Philippine Cup Playoffs.
Point guards, Anjo Karam, 5'7", 159 pounds, 34 years old, 3.8 points, 1 rebound, 0.8 assist, 37% 3-point shooter, 13.8 minutes per game in his last Pba 49 Commissioner's Cup averages. Jola Mendoza, 5'10", 160 pounds, 27 years old, 4.7 points, 1 rebound, 1.3 assist, 66% 3-point shooter, 100% free throw shooter in his last Pba 49 Commissioner's Cup averages. Aaron Black, 6'1", 180 pounds, 28 years old, 8.4 points, 4.2 rebounds, 2.8 assists, 33% 3-point shooter, 38% free throw shooter in his last Pba 49 Commissioner's Cup averages. Kurt Rayson, rookie, injured player, 5'10", 170 pounds, 27 years old, 3.4 points, 1.1 rebounds, 1.1 assists, 19% 3-point shooter, 100% free throw shooter in his last Pba 49 Commissioner's Cup averages.
Lane Watson Jr., BCL Asia import, 6 feet, 165 pounds, 28 years old, 16.3 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 37% 3-point shooter, 86% free throw shooter in his 2024-2025 France Bet League Elite season averages.
Shooting guards, Grace Banquero, 6'1", 175 pounds, 36 years old, 11.6 points, 2.1 rebounds, 3 assists, 0.6 steals, 33% 3-point shooter, 66% free throw shooter in his last Pba 49 Commissioner's Cup averages. CJ Cancino, rookie, 6'3", 175 pounds, 25 years old, 6.6 points, 1.7 rebounds, 0.6 assists, 0.6 steals, 23% 3-point shooter, 68% free throw shooter in his last Pba 49 Commissioner's Cup averages. Chris Newsome, star player, team captain, 6'2", 190 pounds, 35 years old, 16.3 points, 3.9 rebounds, 3.7 assists, 0.8 steals, 42% 3-point shooter, 89% free throw shooter in his last Pba 49 Commissioner's Cup averages.
Small forwards,
Jansen Rios, 6'3", 185 pounds, 33 years old, 6.9 points, 2.5 rebounds, 0.7 assists, 0.8 steals, 42% 3-point shooter, 70% free throw shooter in his last Pba 49 Commissioner's Cup averages. Alvin Pasaol, 6'2", 200 pounds, 30 years old, 2.2 points, 2 rebounds, 0.2 assists, 28% 3-point shooter, 30% free throw shooter in his last Pba 49 Commissioner's Cup averages. Bong Quinto, 6'2", 185 pounds, 30 years old, 12.7 points, 2.9 rebounds, 3.3 assists, 33% 3-point shooter, 74% free throw shooter in his last Pba 49 Commissioner's Cup averages.
power forwards,
Raymar Jose, 6'4", 200 pounds, 33 years old, 3.8 points, 3 rebounds, 0.3 assists, 35 field goal percentage, 100% free throw shooter in his last PBA 49th Commissioner's Cup averages. Cliff Hodge, 6'4", 195 pounds, 37 years old, 7.5 points, 5.7 rebounds, 1.4 assists, 0.9 blocks, 33% three-point shooter, 53% free throw shooter in his last PBA 49th Commissioner's Cup averages. JP Maguliano, rookie, 6'4", 195 pounds, 26 years old, 14.5 points, 10 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 0.4 steals, 0.6 blocks, 45 field goal percentage, 60% free throw shooter in his NCAA 99th season averages. Kyle Pascual, reserve list, 6'6", 213 pounds, 35 years old, 2 points, 2.3 rebounds, 0.3 blocks, 35 field goal percentage, 50% free throw shooter in his last PBA 49 Commissioner's Cup averages.
Jordan Vernado, BCL Asia import, 6'8", 235 pounds, 28 years old, 12.2 points, 5 rebounds, 1.5 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 31% three-point shooter, 62% free throw shooter in his 2024-2025 Greece GBL season averages. Centers:
Norbert Torres, 6'6", 265 pounds, 35 years old, 3.8 points, 1.4 rebounds, 0.4 blocks, 33% three-point shooter, 66% free throw shooter in his last PBA 49 Commissioner's Cup averages. Raymond Almazan, 6'8", 194 pounds, 36 years old, 7 points, 5.9 rebounds, 0.6 blocks, 33% three-point shooter, 65% free throw shooter in his last PBA 49 Commissioner's Cup averages. Brandon Bates, rising star, 6'8", 231 pounds, 28 years old, 2.6 points, 4.3 rebounds, 0.9 blocks, 57 field goal percentage, 40% free throw shooter in his last PBA 49 Commissioner's Cup averages.
John Egbuno, BCL Asia import, 6'11", 264 pounds, 30 years old, 7.3 points, 3.8 rebounds, 0.5 blocks, 76 field goal percentage, 54% free throw shooter in his 2024-2025 Greece GBL season averages. Ito ang official newly complete lineup ng Meralco Bolts para sa 2025 FIBA Champions League at PBA 49th Philippine Cup playoffs. Sa tingin nyo mga kababos, madedefend kaya ng Meralco ang championship title nila ngayong conference? I-comment nyo na po yan sa baba.